Movie theaters. A business that you would expect to die, like an old dog that you've had since you were a kid, but somehow it's still alive and you don't have the heart to put it down because you're still attached to it. In the modern digital age of streaming services, creative bankruptcy of Hollywood, and an ever-changing economy, the movie theater business has had to adapt by making business decisions that, on paper, sound good, but in actuality is a terrible idea. Now, I enjoy going to the movie theater and seeing new movies from time to time, but there are some glaring issues that I'm pretty sure people have already spoken of, but I wanted to get my say in too anyway. Also, this rant only applies to AMC theaters located in my state, because they don't have Regal where I live, and some states have different prices. Now, first off, let's start with tickets and their pricing. Let's say I wanted to go watch a movie in the afternoon. I go to buy my ticket, and then it turns out I have to pay $13.49 for a single seat. Just a seat. Not a combo with a drink or anything, a single seat. You wanted to sit in for 2 hours. Oh, you don't like those prices? Then why don't you get up at the ass crack at dawn to go get ready to watch a movie at or as early as like 9 in the morning to get 20% off your ticket? I don't know if you know this, but the average person is not getting up that early just so they could go watch a movie before noon. This is something that only applies to people that either have way too much time on their hands or they're just unemployed. Why would I want to get up early to go watch a movie I'm not even sure will be good or not, or spend almost 15 bucks for a single seat? And I haven't even had lunch. At that rate, I might as well just stay home and watch movies on the internet, because at least here I got some food ready to go that I don't have to pay extra money for. Another thing I have issues with is the AMC Stubs subscription service. Everything has a subscription service these days, so why not give it to movie theaters? I would be here all day telling you why that would be a bad idea. This service charges you for all these perks and benefits that I'm pretty sure you're not even going to use half of. But let's say you want to sign up for the tier that they're constantly promoting all the ads right before you watch the movie, the A-listers tier. First, you got to give away 30 bucks a month. You'll get stuff like free seats and concessions and reward points. But the thing that they promote the most is being able to see up to 4 movies a week. 4 movies a week. Who has that free of a schedule to go see 4 movies a week? It's like what I said earlier, that this only applies to people with jobs that leave them with too much time on their hands or they're unemployed. This sounds like a ridiculous bonus. Also, what if you go there and there's no movies you're interested in watching? Or if there's only 1 or 2 movies that are out that you like, but there's nothing else? And what if you saw those movies already? You go to the movie theater and there's nothing? So you're just stuck there with either watching the same movies that you've already seen again, or you're going home. This sucks for people who actually have a normal life, because no regular person is going out of their way to watch 4 movies a week. Most people don't even go to the movie theater like at most once or twice a month. Another thing to note about the price is that they have a separate option for if you plan on visiting other states, which is cheaper than the regular option. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna go see movies all over the country. Watch. I don't have a proper transition into this topic, so I'm just gonna get right into it. The concessions at movie theaters are just a straight up scam. Why does a bucket of popcorn have to cost about $10 to $11 when it's always stale and dry? That fake oil they call butter doesn't help either, because it doesn't even reach past the first quarter of the bag, so you have stale popcorn waiting for you at the bottom that you don't even want to eat anymore. The drinks are also stupid, because charging $8 for a drink cup is diabolical. Not to mention, the drink machines that have a million different flavors that you're not even gonna try, even if you wanted to try some of them, they're always out. What's the point of having all these options if they're just empty? Then there's the other drink options, which are just as bad, like the ices, which I never see anyone touch, being the same price as the fountain drinks. Then there's the bottled and canned stuff, which is arguably more expensive when you buy it there than the gas station or dollar store or whatever. Also, they serve coffee, but I've never seen them serve it. The most ridiculous option of all, at least to me, is the option to buy cocktails and booze. Why is there a bar at a movie theater? Why would I want to go drink in a movie theater when I can just go get drunk at a bar or a nightclub in my town? You're supposed to pay attention at a movie theater, and you're giving me drinks that impair my brain activity? They also serve drinks made after certain movies sometimes. Yeah, that's nice, but I can just go look the recipe up online, and I would save myself so much time and money. Next is the candy, which is more expensive than it should be. You know how I said that the bottled and canned stuff was sold more than if you bought them at a store? Well, it's even more obvious for candy because they are not worth as much at any grocery store, any dollar store, convenience store, or gas station. This is straight up a robbery. Like almost $7 for most of these when they're actually worth $3 or $4 anywhere else. I also found some of these exact same items in the dollar store, and guess what they were sold for? $1. Next is all the food that they serve besides popcorn and candy. Why the hell are there so many options? Chicken, vegan crap, pizza, whatever a corn popper is, mozzarella sticks, pretzels, nachos, and even hot dogs. I trust movie theater hot dogs less than gas station hot dogs because of those prices alone. They even charge you for extra sauces too. The movie theater shouldn't be treated like a restaurant. The only time you should be eating anything like a pizza while watching a movie is at home. And these items aren't even worth their price either because they either come with too little or don't taste good enough. Maybe they should focus on simple snacks instead of full-on entrees. Less time in the kitchen to make sure the popcorn actually tastes good. Let's be honest. Who is eating pickle-seasoned pretzels?
Pickle?
Who goes to a movie theater and thinks, I wish there was a pickle-flavored item available? Nobody does that. I swear, these items are ridiculous, but they are nowhere near as ridiculous as the merchandise.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising.
Merchandising? What's that?
Merchandising. Come, I'll show you.
I feel like the merchandising of a movie theater items has gotten out of hand in recent years because maybe 5 or 6 years ago, if there was a promotional item, it would just be a bucket with some neat artwork on it or design on it. Nowadays, the buckets end up being something that doesn't even look remotely like a bucket, like the new Odyssey buckets. Making the Trojan Horse into a collectible makes sense, but it just doesn't even look like a good bucket. It looks more like a Mr. Potato Head. Then you got the IMAX camera. The IMAX camera? Who the hell wants the IMAX camera? It doesn't even look like a bucket. It looks like a toy they made into a bucket at the last minute. At least the Dune and the Deadpool and Wolverine buckets were bucket-shaped despite being made by freaks. Speaking of freaks, who was responsible for some of these items? Like the Dune bucket I just mentioned. Did they look at this and somehow not think people would say that it looked like a sex toy? We know the Wolverine bucket with the gaping mouth was made that way on purpose, but let me tell you something. Nobody is sticking their wiener in a popcorn bucket. There is no reason to be making these things so suggestive looking. Not even drink cups are safe. Look at the Supergirl cup. I know this is supposed to be the jacket she wears, but that just straight up looks like a penis. Also, they sell shirts, which I guess is fine if it's based on a movie, but I'm not buying regular movie theater merch. What do I look like, a cinephile? No way am I paying for a shirt with a popcorn guy on it. I swear, all of this is just a sign as to show that maybe movie theaters should just be put down already if they're not going to improve. Because I guarantee you, the only thing keeping these things afloat is just because of ticket sales. They spend all this money and all this time wasting away on everything else, and then they wonder why people don't use their stupid-ass subscription services or buy most of their concession items. They do so much unnecessary stuff. Anyways, that's the video. That's a quick rant. Bye.